hills and build them high. Makes a long time climbing before I die. I want the chance to spit in his eye. Well, they gave me bars, but I can see between to a dusty yard and a long gone green. They call that freedom, if you know what I mean. And I dry my sorrows, but the whiskey's gone. I'm sober as good.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shortbangers. I'm Matty. This is episode 55, and John, it is a bona fide 55. It's not like we've done episodes 1 to 54. Fucking died. And then started out as the Longbangers and then done episode 55. So, genuine episode 55. Joined tonight by John and Colin. Colin, how are you doing?
I'm good. It's not often I get asked first. So you caught me off guard there. I was waiting on John giving us his story and that, but I'm good, aye.
It's because you were sharp on the night, and I appreciated that.
That's my reward.
Aye, that was it. I'll ask you first.
Big John turned up late.
I'm going to be fucking knackered. This obviously, if you listen on Monday, we got a puppy, and it's like having a new fucking baby, like trying to sleep at night. It's every couple of hours up out the back garden trying to get it to do a shite or a piss. It's really good at doing it, but I have like a half shut knife. It's like if I'm coming or gone.
And you're still calling it as well.
Aye.
So it's not quite became part of the family yet.
I do that with the kids. Which one is it? Oh, it's that one. Right. I've had a wee nap earlier on. I think we've talked about naps on the podcast before and the virtues of them. So before I took Josh to his work the night, finished my work, lay down in the bed, had a wee, I don't care if it was half an hour. I did this funny thing though, right? Obviously, I didn't talk in my sleep or that, but I snore. And you ever like sometimes you wake yourself up with a snore? Right, I'm pretty sure everybody does that. I woke myself up with this noise. Jane was sitting next to me. She burst out laughing. She's like, "You all right?" I was like, "Okay, what happened there?" It's like I couldn't breathe out my nose or something. So just like vocalised it. Oh, there I am. I'm awake again. Right. Anyway, John, how are you?
Fine.
Good. How's your knee?
It's weird. I've had numerous knee injuries, numerous surgeries, and just ever so often it does something weird. So it's just a bit sore, but I'm getting up and down the stairs fine.
How did you hurt it this time?
Vigorous wanking injury.
Excellent. Right, we'll get 25 minutes on the clock. We'll get the questions underway. First one comes from Ian McPhail. Says this is a nice topic for Shortbangers this week. Might be things you associate with the school summer holidays. He's got sun, rain, Wimbledon, the Open, and Hearts getting knocked out of the League Cup. Saw yesterday's scores. Obviously tweeted in a few days ago. Thought it must be time for the kids to go back to school soon. What do you associate with summer, John?
When I was younger, it was staying in the country while all my pals that had more money than us went on summer holidays.
Yep.
I never went on holiday with my parents. Or like never abroad. We went to Fort William one time, pissed with rain the whole time, and so I've got two sisters. What I remember about that is my mum and dad went and picked up waterproof jackets for everybody because it was fucking pissing with rain, except for me. I think I had a Barber jacket, and because that was waterproof, they're like, "You've already got one," but I had no fucking hood on it. How tight is that?
I remember you saying that your parents wouldn't let you watch Die Hard, and now they're also forcing you to stay in the house as well. Like, what sort of cruel and unusual punishment is that?
I know I didn't have to stay in the house. I had to go out. I just got soaked.
What's the point in going out then?
Well, we were on holiday. What you meant to be doing?
Staying in the house and watching Die Hard.
Fair point. Colin, what do you associate with summer?
Just mainly the things the guy that sent that in. I can't
remember
Ian. Who it was, but
Ian McPhail. I wrote it down on my notepad.
Good.
You can't see my notepad, but I've got it here.
No, it used to be there.
I can't even read your handwriting, John.
Sun and rain, and the tennis, and then obviously the Euros and that when we've got them, or the World Cup. But other than that, not much. I also never went on holiday with my parents, so I think it's obviously a generational or age thing. Yeah, we're all we're the same age. I don't know. John, a wee bit older than us, is he? Yeah, I think. I didn't go. I wasn't in a plane till I was 17.
I
I
was
went-
about the same. I
Right.
think I was about 20-ish. Went to Italy for the first time. I remember getting off the plane, or no, getting on the plane, giving it a wee tap, like make sure and get us there safely, and at the opposite end, getting it a wee tap saying thanks.
Like sort of Dr. Doolittle, but with fucking airlines.
Never
It's like the
crashed yet.
Given
Touch wood.
these folk used to going in out of the still folk there, but the east can hit the
Aye, tapped it up it
thing on the way.
on the way
Hell,
out.
what's that he doing? He's pulling my sleeve up and doing it like that.
When he's there to get the hand sanitizer straight out afterwards. Aye. I went first foreign holiday I went on was with a mate called Tony. You remember Tony Collin? And we went to the south of France with his mum and dad, and it was like one of these drive down, stay in the caravan, and it's one of these. His mum, somebody topless, and I think if you remember what his mum looked like, Colin.
Didn't want to.
How would you describe it? Anyways, lovely family, right? Lovely lady. I think it was an image, do you know, like a fond image, a fond
Was
memory of
she-
childhood, do you know?
Was she
Challenging
the
one.
mother
Is that
of,
what it's called?
Darlene Budsy May, or was she Catherine Zeta-Jones?
No. She so actually, I think an equivalent. She had white hair, right? No, that's a bad thing. I've got white hair, and she was quite wee.
Where was the white hair? If she was sunbathing topless, just out of curiosity.
On her head.
Just
Aye.
under the foot, maybe like straight into a raspberries or something.
Aye. Anyway, aye. Just be careful who you choose to go on holiday with. That's the message for that one, right? That's what was so safe this summer. Anyway, right. 150k on Hamlin Hill says the Taliban learned to fly helicopters during COVID lockdown. What's the best new skill you learned during lockdown, and would it help you overthrow a whole country? Colin.
Become a bit an expert at Microsoft Teams. Don't know if I could overthrow. You probably could. They probably could work out how to overthrow some countries through Microsoft Teams.
They're going to say some cunts.
It'd be the ones with like that still haven't caught up in technology and that, like the ones that are still on dial-up internet and stuff. Right, you could.
Well,
Afghanistan.
apparently,
and
no, the Taliban, like they've surpassed us. They're flying helicopters, and we're still talking about teams.
Imagine if that's the answer, like you've got Boris Johnson that figuring out what the fuck they need to do with troops and stuff like that, and you just go send Colin him a Microsoft Teams. A bit of online collaboration, we'll have them fucked in no time.
Right, gentlemen, and this is how you change your background.
And you can just share a file like that. And fuck hell, mind blown, overthrown. What about you, John?
Okay, well, that's the missing feature for teams, isn't it? An overthrow button.
I know.
We used to have though, just to link it in a place I used to work in. We got a new workflow system in, right? John, you're probably still using it, and because it was in there, and we got told when we were buying the system in that this is used to help land aeroplanes.
I know what you're talking about.
This workflow tool,
Fuck me.
and like we couldn't get a fucking claim for stuff that came through it at the start. Like you're thinking, how the fuck are they landing a plane, but we can't get to pay your client money. So it links it again.
Maybe it was fucking brilliant for that though, just completely inappropriate for finance work. Do you know? What about you, John?
Hee-haw. I feel like the last year and a half has been an utter waste. Apart from, broadly speaking, learning how to hit golf balls, I have done nothing new.
Are you not a nutrition expert now?
Well, I've lost a bit of weight, but I don't know if I'm going to overthrow... I might overthrow America with some revolutionary ideas with the size of some of them, but I'm trying to think. No, I'm not overthrowing anyone. I'm too lazy.
Just a wasted year and a half. Just totally wasted it. I've not even read any books.
Do you mind? Actually, no. I've read a few books. I do remember that one of the big things, like at the start of lockdown last year, was everyone was talking about what's your side game, what's your hustle. Fuck off. Who's got time for like a wee part-time gig when you're still doing your part-time gig? Sorry, your full-time gig at home.
Like doing a
What'd you
fucking
class a
podcast and that.
podcast?
Aye.
I'm still waiting to see the money for this.
Hey, listen, you must have what at least.
Oh, here we sold mugs during lockdown.
Yep.
That's a
Yeah,
wee thing.
we
to be
saw
proud
a
of.
bit of retail. Aye, we did
Aye.
that.
I was
That's going on
fucking
my
daft
TV.
enough to buy one. I bought one.
Aye.
That's it.
That's an
Good daft, that
investment for the future. Limited edition.
I think I've got the only one with that print on it as
You
well.
have.
So it is
You've got a
proper
unique
limited.
one, a one of a kind. There's a couple with one of a kind ones out there.
What was it you got again, Colin? Was it the Drank All
Drank
the
all the
Whiskey?
whiskey in Tennessee. Aye.
Decent.
Did we
Yeah,
ever
I've not even
reveal
got a
what
unique
Kaiser
one.
Soze got in his? Or are we keeping that stum still?
I think he wanted that kept stum. There was what somebody had. What's the fucking point, wasn't it? It was like Brian's been in the life.
Aye,
They
someone
put that
wanted
on.
that, but we weren't able to get it.
We did get it.
Did we?
Aye, we got it. The boy got one. I think
Fair
it
dues,
was Ricky.
This is why I
Ricky got
can't
that.
overthrow countries,
Aye.
because I can't manage an inventory.
So we learned retail. But not that we made any money off it, John, did we? It was kind of like we think we'd put postage and stuff. It probably cost us. But
Aye.
You learn not to go into retail. Right?
Aye.
fucking stupid
Well,
idea.
Did you do anything else? You must have done something.
Okay, what I got really good at was planning to do stuff that I never fucking did. Like I was already quite good at that before lockdown, but
You
I've become
also-
a fucking expert at. I'm going to do this and not
I
get near it.
reckon the amount of driving you do as well, you could probably pass your taxi brief without
Aye.
even sitting revising.
Aye.
That's probably, but I still don't think that could overthrow a country. Maybe.
We
But-
got, I think, was it last year when we started using Skype and Zoom? When the podcast.
Aye. So as your
started to
lockdown,
take
aye,
off.
we
So
started on Zoom.
podcast like fucking Westminster, Taliban, whichever government it happened to be at the time, if they were to listen to Shortbangers, that could overthrow a government.
Do you think we could put together a propaganda channel to take to the Taliban and just start
Longbangers, fake news.
just said fake news and just start beaming it into Afghanistan? Fucking, what would your best bit of fake news be?
that would directly impact the Taliban or just in general?
Aye.
That's a thinker.
Text in. You don't have to come up with that.
It
Text
would
it in.
be-
80295. The best bit of fake news to take down the Taliban. Right. Well, we'll get another question in. I've just lost my place in it. I picked my phone up and everyone went fucking crazy there. Right. Chatter said, they're listening to the Celtic game, that Ralston, it's not who I think it is it? And he's put a wee picture there. Can you see that? And
Oh,
Judith
Judith.
Ralston. So it's definitely not her.
No, it's her son, isn't it?
See, this could be one of these.
It's a fake news thing.
I think we should just stay.
Colin,
That.
I looked
Well,
up there like looking for confirmation.
There's a thing. If you want to take, I can't remember if we spoke about this on the podcast before, right? Fake news or fake facts that start arguments, right? That's what you could do to take down the Taliban. So your first one you kick off with is, and I think we've covered this before, when they filmed The Karate Kid, the actor who played Mr. Miyagi was younger than the actor that played The Karate Kid. Because it's fucking batshit crazy enough that folk go, that might be true. It's obviously fucking not true. But I would drop that in because probably Afghanistan's a bit behind the times. They're probably just getting like the original Karate Kids in the cinema and that now, I would expect. That Gremlins and stuff like that. So you could say like called Gremlins a documentary. Fire that out there. The documentary, the Gremlins, you fucking didn't feed them after midnight. There's loads of them, and then just chuck a couple of the toys down their way, and that'll fucking freak them all out.
I'm thinking about Airbnb out their caves up in Tora Bora. Just like imagine the fake listings on the website,
fake
the reviews that they would get.
Aye, but that's what we could do. We could go give all the Taliban restaurants a bad TripAdvisor a review. Try to bring them down that way.
Won't be back.
A bit noisy. Geyser Sosie says, what would be your preferred mode of transportation when fleeing a country if you had to hang on to the outside of it? Now, that was fucking better. I haven't seen it, but I was reading stories that folk were hanging on to the plane, trying to escape. How fucking desperate would you be to get away to hang on to a plane? It's unfathomable. I can't fucking say the word. That's how hard to get your head around it is.
As I text my mate the other day, Alexa, show me someone who's what was it? Hang on, let me see if I can find it. 2 secs. Talk amongst yourselves.
You'd think hanging on to a plane like the speed they go at, it's going to be a lot harder. See, but then you do want to get sort of airborne, don't you, to get out as well?
I've
You
It's
can't.
just hanging on. You can hang on to a car probably easier. You know, if you get a hand in the window or whatever.
yeah.
But
Do you think it was rather than trying to flee the country on a plane? Do you think it was more trying to stop the plane from taking off so that they could actually get on board? Because I was thinking there that there might
Aye, that's
be an
probably
element of ignorance that they didn't appreciate that the plane was going to go up to 35,000 feet. But then at the same time, I'd imagine they would have seen airplanes coming in and out.
The mental thing is they've obviously not fucking seen the Ryanair that goes from Glasgow to Magaluf. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking good full of folk like that. Right, what other mode of transport? Somebody 150k in Hanlon Hill, they answered Salma Hayek would be what they would want to. And then obviously she's no mode of transport, so it would need to be Salma Kayak. Today.
Nice.
Unicycle.
Unicycle. What would be the worst? That'd be up there for the worst modes of transport to try and escape from somebody.
Yeah,
Or
scooter.
a Segway. Right, I'm away from these boys. Just
Can these stupid things that were all the rage? Is that the things that were all the rage? Oh, they never had the handle though. They just had the
so
thing
the
on the feet.
hoverboard. They called the hoverboards, but didn't
Hoverboard that doesn't hover.
Aye.
Hover with the wheels. Aye.
I want a go-go gadget style Segway or hoverboard. Like it's got like oil slicks and tacks and missiles that come spinning around
like
the
James
wheels
Bond.
Aye.
But the thing is, it would have to be pathetic. That's like, so do you know here, like the smoke hawk comes at the back, it'd be like, it's like a wee,
barely noticeable.
Like fart and talc. It'd be like that. Right. What was the next question? Next one comes from Neil. He said, will Aberdeen get a new stadium before Pittodrie falls down?
I was asking someone, I think it was Leon who appears on Quickbang. I'd messaged them on Twitter because he was talking about Dave Cormack. Is he the Aberdeen chief exec? Similar, well, obviously they put in the bid of like 500k this week for Boyle. There was chat that they're going to be start out spending more wages on Hibs and else. I thought to myself, like, well, they spent a while ago.
They already were as well.
Well, they already were, and that's why they were skint. But they were pleading poverty just not that long ago. So I don't know if they build a new stadium, I'd be asking questions. I'd certainly. Well, I was going to say this.
They had loads of plans for it, John. They had loads of plans for it, though, didn't they? And
was it
have they stopped it because of COVID, or was it vetoed? There was a reason.
I can't remember.
They had.
But I think they never got the go ahead. I explained that all the drawings for it and that. I'm not quite sure they had it in as many boxes as the infamous Tynecastle. Because that's a planning application. Did they fucking go anywhere? Aye.
Oh, because that's right. Was that under the Romanov regime where they showed off like all the different boxes? I remember that.
The fucking throbbers, eh? Like when you think about it, you've got a lot to learn on your social media.
I know.
Right, William said that power that gets randomly naked on a night out. What's the weirdest, dodgy, or most dangerous situation it has caused you? We had to fight our way out of the Woodburn Club after we went to the loo, came back naked and sat with a hen do at the other end of the room. WW3. Have you got a power that's a complete liability on a night out?
I think I'm that pal.
Are you?
I've definitely gotten naked before on a night out. In fact, it was a few years back. Mine when Hibs played Bolton.
It's an occasion like that, John. It's no wonder you got naked.
So we went to Bolton, and it was me, my mate Sandy, my mate Budgie, Sandy's brother Pablo, and their dad. And we've gone out so after we've been at the game, Jaskalainen's testimonial, if I remember right, there was like running battles at the nearby shopping centre. We've gone back to the wee Holiday Inn. There's a wee pub just over the road, so we went, fuck it, we'll just go over the road and have a few berries. Afterwards, we've all traipsed back to our room. And you know what it's like in hotels, like the key card wouldn't work. So Sandy, being the sensible one out of the lot of us, and maybe the least pissed, goes back downstairs to the reception to sort out the card. And I suggested to Pablo and Budgie, like, we'll just be fucking standing here naked by the time he comes back. And so we did. But what we didn't realise was that Sandy brought the receptionist with him.
Was it a she or a he?
It was a she. Poor
Oh,
lassie.
fuck's sake. I was
Poor
thinking.
lassie.
Lucky never got arrested for that.
Aye.
Fucking wrong. I've got a mate who he did a work sports day, like we were away down in South, and he had got up to go to the toilet in the middle of the night and went back to the wrong room, going to bed. The boy who was meant to be in that room starts going fucking rage at him. The mate's gone, it's my room, what you about? Does he want to go fighting with the boy and everything? And it's only meant that kind of says, where's your stuff? It's like, oh fuck. that would have been a good moment to realise what's going on. I've got a friend who I've only been on a one night out proper with, but I've bumped into him on a night out before, who I don't care how he's not just been banjoed left, right and centre with folk. He's just like, I think he's, do you know how you get folk who are too rage that even the proper BAMs just go, I'm not going fucking near them. I think he's like that. He's just, he'll just like scream stuff at folk, and it's like totally over the top offensive with everything, trying to get a rise out of folk, and you're like, this can't be a fun night out for anybody. Surely nobody's enjoying this. But he seems to regularly escape a sore face, and I have no fucking idea how. Anyway, right, Colin, did you have any stories?
Nah, I just tend to get my clothes on. I'm a bit ashamed of my size, I think that must be it. My penis size. As well as my belly size.
You play rugby and you're telling me you've got no stories the guys getting naked and causing bother.
But what goes on tour stays on tour and all that.
Captain's not here now, he's not listening. He's not going to find you. Get it and tell.
Right.
Just like randomly, why did you do it? I never really understood it. But you could explain better because you obviously did have done it. So
I mean, there's a boy. So we're in Prague for my mate's stag do. The same boy that got naked at the sports day, right? We're in Prague, and one of his pals had fallen out with like another guy that was on the stag. Basically, what had happened, they didn't ken each other, right? And you know when you're all been drinking all day, everybody goes back to the room to get changed, right, for going out for the night out. And so when we're all congregating at the bar, the boy comes in, he's got this fucking mad shirt on, and the other mate, it's just kid just starts ripping him, absolutely fucking rinsing him for this shirt. And I think it was because he didn't care him. He took proper offence to, like, normally kind of like your mates take the piss at your clothes, you just fucking deal with it and bash or you laugh it off. But he got the proper hump. Anyway, we ended up, so we got kilts on it because you're obviously like on a Scotsman away on tour kind of thing. We're in this nightclub, and the boys got around the drinks in, and the guy who'd insulted him had wanted a vodka and coke. So he's got the vodka and coke, and when he's away, he's just teabagged it. He's like, fucking right?
Oh.
And then put it down. But what happened next is the boy comes back for the bar, and he picked it up. And he was about to drink it, but he put it down. But he put it down in front of where the other guys was. And so the guy who teabagged it, he never noticed. And so he picked up the teabag one and drank it himself.
Shit.
It's superb, eh? And then when we tell him what had happened, it was fucking even weirder, you know. Anyway, right, Junior said, have you seen the vids of the Taliban on gym equipment and dodgem cars at a carnival? If so, what's the first social activity you would jump on if you took over a country? So cinema, mini golf, etc. So you got free reign in a country. What you doing with
Indoor adventure playground.
Like soft play.
Soft play, aye.
That's a decent shout, by the way, because soft play always looks to be fucking brilliant. But I wouldn't go to it because I'm heavy, and I think I'd break that, and that would be, or get stuck in the chute. That would be the worst.
One of my dreams.
Aye, that would be the least.
You know how you'll always get asked the question, like, what would you do if you won the lottery? And I've always said that if I was to ever win, remember the Weirs, the Scottish couple that won like 160 million on the Euro Millions?
Aye.
If I was to win that level of money, I'd go into space. I think my top three were go into space. I can't remember the second one, but the third one was build an adults soft play. So regular soft play, but for grown-up people, for us to roll about and have a good time in.
See the Weirs, did you ever find out who they were weird then?
Well, they were bigger than me, even at my curviest. Maybe
deep then,
weirder than.
I think so, eh?
Aye.
What about you, Con? What would you do first?
I don't know. Would you? I'm not thinking. I don't know where the soft play came from. I was more thinking like the flumes or something. Like if the flumes were open again at the pool or I don't know, roller coasters or something.
I'd quite like to do £10 bowling and just not give a fuck about having to stop at the line. Do you know what I mean? Or do the proper bowling technique. You know, we could just take it like a throw in. Fuck all like that. That'd be immense.
Does it have to be a? What was the question? Does it have to be an actual game thing like?
Aye, so it was. I've removed the bookmark. I thought we're not finished for that one, so I've still got the question. If you're back, it was that
So they were
leisure
go-karting it. These boys
Aye,
were go-karting. Is it what happened?
go-karting and at the jam.
Dodgems.
Dodgems.
So here's the question. Here's the question.
Usually about the roads and that. Sorry.
Have you seen the vids of the Taliban on gym equipment and dodgem cars at a carnival? If so, what's the first social activity you would jump on if you took over a country? Cinema, mini golf, etc.
You've never need the cinema for the adrenaline rush after you've stormed a country and that. You just need to chill out here a wee bit before we
Go get
take
yourself
over the next country
Aye,
or whatever.
until you realise it's fucking gremlins. Right, Paul Mackay said, if you had £500,000, what would you buy first? No enough to get you into space, John.
No.
I didn't even think 160 million would be enough to get him into space. So when he was going to do his list, I thought, you're not going to get past number one.
No, but so if you remember, I don't know if you remember years ago. Do you remember the band? Was it NSYNC? There was a boy in there called, I think his name was Lance Bass. He was going to go into space with the Russians. I think the figure that was quoted at the time was like a couple of million or something. So,
so you just buy a cosmonaut space.
Aye, but I mean, don't get me wrong. Like you're taking
You're going the Branson
route. The Russians. No.
The Branson route's been expensive. $500,000. What would I buy? Well, I'd probably just buy this house off the bank.
Aye, get a house
start
there
with.
that's boring in a row, like you think about
but
it.
then that frees you up a few bob every month, like once you've got rid of that.
Is that
but
not
that's a boring answer.
Is that not a bit vanilla? Is that not a bit?
Well, it's just a fucking question. They never said that to be flavour.
Low yield bond. What if you just went in the casino and chucked it on black?
Ken, what I would do, I would go to the cinema again just to keep that theme, and I'd have
and buy one small popcorn.
Aye, that's it. I get enough pick and mix to last the movie.
But it's the first thing you would buy with $500,000. So,
thing.
what first comes in your head? Like, is it going to the casino or is it clearing your feet?
I go for the last time up for that one. That episode, bloody hell, that went quick. Yeah. The first thing I suppose you get champagne. You get a good bevy, wouldn't you? You just kind of.
I'd probably
on that.
Martin Boyle. I'd buy Martin Boyle.
See if you've got $500,000 and you're going to if you're going to get drinks of that. Do you just go money's no object, go to any bar you want, or do you think maybe I should get to the bowling club because it's like $2.50 a pint in there?
I get it properly. I think you just go wherever you want.
Just go to the local.
Aye, I would. Act off flush, kind of like chucking the money about. Look at me, I'm a twat. Right, that's all we've got time for that episode. So, thanks for your questions. We'll be back tomorrow with episode 56. We'll catch you then.
Well, they trailed me down when I broke free. I drank all the whiskey in Tennessee. I don't drink water, no.